Hey, what's up guys? Sean the Gamer here, back with another gaming app video, Dragon Ball Legends again, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show off every single character that I have gotten in Dragon Ball Legends, which I actually really want to do because it seems pretty cool with the idea of doing that. Now, some of you were saying, like, what's wrong with your mic? What's wrong with your mic? And it's because I don't have one, okay? Just making that clear. I don't have a mic on this. So every day, any day, you could do these things called summons in the game, where you can get new characters and all that stuff, which I think is pretty cool, because, well, first of all, it's a Dragon Ball game, where you get to play as any character from other Dragon Ball media, like the movies, the television shows, the books, the other video games, stuff like that. So anyway, I've been saving up a bunch of tickets, well, chrono crystals, as they're put in this game, so I could do summons. And that's basically it. There's a new summon called Goku every day, where you get one of these Goku tickets every single day, which is awesome. I'm just taking a screenshot. I think you can see that, sorry. I'm thinking that will be the thumbnail for this video. Anyway, for you guys, I'm gonna do 4 summons, single summons, for the ticket summons. And no Saiyan Pod. Oh, and I lost. This is gonna be a bad one. Anyway, you just gotta pull charges the Kamehameha, and it basically, there's different outcomes to get different characters. So a hero is the worst character you can get, the worst possible. There's this thing called Limit Break, which he's doing right now, where he basically gains a star, makes him more powerful. But there's 3 different types. Hero, the worst. Extreme, not the best, but still good. If you have a team of the next one, Sparkings, you wouldn't want an Extreme. And then there's Sparkings, the best characters in the game, and they also have the best artwork in the game. Well, Extremes have good artwork too, but Sparkings have the best. Well, it's 1 Saiyan Pod. Now, outcomes could be, there could be a Saiyan, like 5 Saiyan Pods max flying. There could be, he could go Super Saiyan. He could lose the Kamehameha fight. He could win it. Vegeta could show up. It could be on destroyed Planet Namek instead of the original. So it could have different outcomes, depending on what happens. Yeah, you can see how bad some of these are. And now, the Master Pack 2, which all the people on the front cover of them was Sparking. because everybody wants sparking. Okay, so I got 3 sparking. Well, 3 sand pods, I mean. And I almost lost, which is kind of bad. Let's see what happens now. Tie. Extreme. This is a new one, but it's also a bad one. And then one more single summon to wrap it off. Only one this time. No Super Saiyan. A cool summon could play out in the best way possible. Like 5 sand pods, destroy Namek. Vegeta could show up, which is a guaranteed sparking. And look, this is Goku losing. Which means I get a hero. Which just happens to be Goku, so it doesn't really matter. But like a best summon ever. Like Goku could go Super Saiyan, beat Frieza. Vegeta could show up if Goku's about to lose. Vegeta could stop Goku from the beginning, so all that cool stuff. Anyway, the meat of this video, as you could say, all of my characters. Got heroes and extremes. Up top there will be parts, and I have them in order received. Wait, is that right? Yep, okay. So you can see, okay, so these are all my party members, which are always at the top. So if you accidentally click one off, you can go ahead and click one. So anyway, here's the first one. Shallot. He is your main character throughout the game. And I have him at 4 stars and level 5,000. And he's a melee type, which means his strongest moves are punching and kicking. And Shallot here can go Super Saiyan after you complete enough story. So now, as you can see, I have him Super Saiyan 2 Shallot. And also, you can change outfit. So I have him in Goku's outfit. And another animation of Shallot. Not as cool, but it's because it's a hero. But the hero can be good. And here's the first sparking. My old channel icon, this Goku, who isn't really that cool. Cause look, if I just slide, it just changes it and he doesn't do like an animation. So it's not as cool, but it's still cool. I have him at 3 stars and level 5,000, which, just so you know, is the highest level. Next up, Broly Fury. This is just a cool card in general. Look, his animation looks cool because it changes the color of the card and just looks amazing. Now, if you're wondering how the gameplay is, well, I did some gameplay in the last video, but I might do some more gameplay in this video. Anyway, my new and better channel icon, Gogeta. Literally, this is one of the coolest cards there is in the game. But it gets actually very cooler. Because look, everything starts turning golden, and he starts flashing alternate colors until, bada bing, bada boom, he is a Super Saiyan. And one of the most highly detailed cards in this game. Next up, Vegeta. Now this may just look like a normal sparking level 5000 Vegeta, but do be aware, because once he starts glowing that pink aura, if you look up top, it changes to Vegeta versus Android 19. Well, not Android 19, Android 13. And this delayed, but he turns Super Saiyan. And it looks amazing. A really cool artwork drawing. Whatever you want to call it. Next up, Vegito. The Super Vegito, a Legends Limited Super Vegito. Which Legends Limited basically means it is the coolest, hardest card to get is a Legends Limited. And, well, you can either have this awesome, really cool flashing, or you could change it to this. Race fighting Boo, who's taken over Gohan's body. As you can see, he's flying up right there. You don't know who Vegeta and Gogeta are. They are the fusions between Goku and Vegeta. One, you have to use earrings. Another, you have to do a dance to fuse, okay? So it's kind of weird. Next up, Hero Krillin. Nothing you can say about this card. It's a Hero Krillin. One of the weakest Z fighters. But if you don't get this, but Goku and Vegeta aren't humans. And Gohan's like a half human. They're basically a race called the Saiyans. So, basically a lot of them are more like aliens, and like half aliens, which is very weird to get into. But, yeah. And Krillin is, you could basically say he's the strongest human in the world. Which is really mind-blowing. Because how weak. Next up, a Hero Yamcha, whose animation is cool, but not as cool as, say, a Sparking, because it's a hero. And heroes aren't that cool. Well, in the game sense, not like in real life. Anyway, Extreme, a 4-star Goku, firing a Kamehameha, or Kamehameha. Really not an animation at all. My first villain of the game, a Final Form Frost, who, from the Universe 6, is basically a clone of the main villain of Dragon Ball, Frieza. Nothing to write home about. Tien is my next one, firing a Neo Tri-Beam. I'm trying to figure out what his animation is, because I haven't seen his animation. Oh, there we go. Looks actually really cool for a hero. I don't know if I should be doing ratings for this, but I don't care. Hero Master Roshi. He mentored Goku and Krillin. And if he mentored Goku, basically, he's not the strongest guy in the world. It's just because Goku's basically an alien. But he did mentor him, which brought him to his strength now. So, good job, Roshi. Not the best card, but a good card anyway. Another one of the worst, Jaco. He appears in Dragon Ball Super and does nothing. Literally, he does nothing to even help. and it's just a terrible character in its own right. A Cyberman is what this one is, and it is putrid. It's just like this weird alien that Saiyans could plant, and they can blow up, and it killed Yamcha. Yeah. Really, really not cool at all. The artwork for this game is maybe amazing, but some of the characters aren't. Here I go with a bunch of extremes. Next up, Raccoon of the Guinea Force. He's basically a very, very dumb character. Like, really dumb, even to his voice. Sounds like Big the Cat from Sonic. So, yeah, he's just very dumb. He gave Vegeta a hard time, though, as you can see up there. And, well, he got a beating. Literally ripping his clothes almost completely off. Yeah. Next up, Chaozu during the fight against Nappa. As you can see, Chaozu over there, he is sacrificing himself against a Nappa. And he literally dies. Like, he explodes. A good card. Here comes Turles. Or Turles. Yeah, Turles. Anyway, Turles is like a Nega Goku. But not. In the sense of he's an entirely different Saiyan. And the fact that, well, he literally fought Goku in a movie that came out before the series even started. Before anybody knew Goku was a Saiyan. So, yeah. Pretty weird to have, like, an evil Goku of sorts. Who only appeared in one movie. Here we come with Pan, the granddaughter of Goku in the series Dragon Ball GT, who first appeared in Dragon Ball Z, and her most recent appearance is Dragon Ball Super. So she is part of the main story, just that this version of Pan was from Dragon Ball GT, which is not a part of the story at all. And also, look, you may be wondering, is that kid Goku? GT is weird, because Goku transforms into a kid after a wish on the Black Star Dragon Balls. Just Google it. It's very weird with the story. Here comes Second Form Cell. Cell was the main villain of the Cell arc. He absorbed different androids to become stronger. So as you can see there, that's his first form in the background, and he absorbed Android 17 to become Second Form Cell. He then absorbs Android 18 to become Perfect Cell, which is cool, I guess. Cool for a villain. Anyway, this is Frieza in his first form. And he has 4 forms that you have to go through. I don't get it. The first villain of Dragon Ball, this is Raditz. The dead brother of Goku. He arrived on Earth and told Goku that he was a Saiyan, an alien race of warriors led by Lord Frieza. Goku, as a kid, got a concussion and basically turned from bad to good. So that's how he's a good guy in the story. And Raditz, nothing to write home about. He was only in like the first 5 episodes. Yeah, he's never featured again. Next up, Mai from Dragon Ball Super. Not really cool. Mai is, well, she is basically older than Goku, because she was an adult in Dragon Ball, but they got wished to be kids, so she's like still an adult, but in a kid body, and in Dragon Ball Super, as you can see right in the background, she's a kid with kid trunks, and in the future, she's I don't get it, it's so weird. Like, how old is she? She's like in her 60s, but in a teenage body. And there, as you can see, she's blushing, so, yeah. It's very weird. Next up, Super Janemba. He appeared in Fusion Reborn, a movie for Dragon Ball, which is actually one of the best movies there is besides Dragon Ball Super Broly, which reintroduced Gogeta to the story when he originally debuted in this movie. He was the main character, he was the main villain, but nothing really cool happened with him at all. Next up, Dodoria, one of Frieza's henchmen. And is weird. That's all I can say. Also, his name is based off Dodorian. A Dodoria. A Dodorian is a fruit. So he's basically a fruit. But not. Goldo, another member of the Ginyu Force. Really, he gets killed by Vegeta instantly. So, yeah. Nothing really cool. The leader of the Ginyu Force, Captain Ginyu, with his ability to swap bodies with anyone and everyone. He ends up swapping bodies with Goku, who I have as a character. And it is weird. Does this guy have an animation? I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. There we go. He normally says change now and changes with the nearest person. Oops, I accidentally clicked on Janemba again. Here comes Kaba, a Universe 6 fan and also Vegeta's student. He becomes a Super Saiyan in Dragon Ball Super, and he's only appeared in Dragon Ball Super, but he's still a cool character. He is from the Universe 6, who's the same universe Frost is in. Next up, Hero Goku, who was Frost. At this point in time, Goku had a heart disease that could have killed him, until Future Trunks stopped by from the future of an alternate universe to drop him off some medicine to make sure he doesn't die, unlike in his universe, where Goku is already dead and the androids destroy everything. It's weird. At this time, once Goku goes Super Saiyan, the heart virus kicks in and he has to go home. And doesn't appear and is really just in bed for the most of the Cell saga. Here's an offspring of Cell who I got summoned just recently, and yes, you can have multiple. He's a Cell Junior who can actually flip, and if you turn the device that you're watching this on sideways, you can see a kind of really cool artwork of Cell and a bunch of Cell Juniors. So, actually really cool for a hero of all characters. Here's another Turtleless, just really not cool. I mean, the artwork's fine, just that the character itself is not cool. One of my first sparkings was a Piccolo, firing his special beam cannon against Goku and Raditz. Goku sacrificed himself to kill Raditz, and Goku died. One of his first deaths in all of Dragon Ball. So, pretty cool. Another pan, but this time it's a sparking, and it's a 6-star for crying out loud. This animation, you could basically move any part of, you can move the Dragon Balls. It's not that cool. It's not a cool character. Another sparking is Android 13. He was in his movie Android 13. It was, Super Android 13. Pretty cool movie, just weird. Like everything in Dragon Ball. And that's basically his animation. It's not that cool. If it fired, that would be really cool, or he changed designs. Anyway, here's another Cyberman who ended up killing Yamcha. So, yeah. Here's Frieza in his second form, where he literally stabbed Krillin in his gut, making him bleed, but Krillin luckily didn't die. He then later died by Frieza, making Goku turn into a Super Saiyan. Another Jocko. Literally, this is one of the worst characters in Dragon Ball because he does nothing. Next up, Android 18, who teamed up, who was created by Dr. Gero, who they rebelled, and Android 16. Well, Android 17 literally kicked his head off, and Android 16 is there in the background, who's like, doesn't do anything except he's hired to kill Goku. Oh, and that image right there, that actually happened in the main show, causing them to marry later on in the series, after Android 18 doesn't die. It's weird. After being absorbed by Cell, like, that doesn't make any sense because Cell exploded. How is Android 18 and 17 back? Makes no sense. Here's Demon King Piccolo. Maybe wondering, but isn't he the same as Piccolo? No. He gave birth to Piccolo. It is weird. I don't get it. It's eggs. Gross. Yeah. Not happy to have him as part. Zarbon, he teams up with Dodoria. They are Frieza's henchmen. He's not cool. This one appeared in a movie called Cooler's Revenge, who Cooler is the brother of Frieza in the movies. And Throwzers and those two guys are his henchmen. They're like the Ginyu Force, but not. Rip off, basically. Another Cell Junior. This time, and Cell Juniors were strong. Like, they took on Vegeta and Goku, who at this point were very strong. And they literally took them on. Like, they almost knocked out Vegeta. It was crazy. Anyway, this is Nappa. You may not remember this happening, but if you watch Dragon Ball, but it's when the So, Nappa came to Earth with Vegeta. They were the Saiyans who Raditz warned the Z Fighters about. They have an epic battle. Nappa gets killed by Vegeta, and Vegeta fights Goku. And later on, Vegeta becomes a good guy. Also, Nappa blows up an entire city, so yeah. Another Zarbon, exactly the same as the Doria, where it shows in the background an auto scroll of them. It pairs up, but it's dumb. Another Pan. All this is just Pan holding Giru, a robot that swallowed the Dragon Radar. Basically, they have to keep him because the Dragon Radar helps them find the Dragon Balls. And the background artwork's just bad. Next up, Android 20 Dr. Gero, who got his head kicked off by his own creations. As you can see, this looks really cool. And Android 19, who does nothing except has a very squeaky voice, which is bad. Another Throwzers. Why? Why? Anyway, Super Saiyan Vegeta. This Vegeta fused with Goku to form Vegito. Also, Vegeta has a halo on his head because he, at this point in time, was dead. So yeah. And he fought Janemba, but couldn't make it on his own or teamed up with Goku, so they had to use one of the Ultimate Warriors. I don't get it. That's weird. And here is Gohan as a kid. And as the background, you can see Gohan gets mad, which, depending on the red in his eyes, he is going to turn Gray Ape, but not in this. Gray Apes, basically, Saiyans have a tail that allows them to become giant apes. Jace of the Ginyu Force, another member, kinda cool. This artwork's cool, because the background is the one doing the animation. The background character version, not the main character version, so that's really cool. Chaozu. Just a Chaozu. Chaozu came into the story with Tien. They basically were trained by this other dojo. What happened? Oh, there we go. They were trained by this other dojo called the Crane Dojo. They're called the Crane Dojo. Yada yada. They fight Goku. He calls Krillin Baldy, even though he has literally one long piece of hair on his head. Next up, Raditz. Once he came to Earth, he literally took Gohan, who was crying in his hands, after beating Goku up so bad that he couldn't do anything. And also kicked with his tail, whipped Krillin through a wall. Another Raccoon. As you can see, he is speeding up. And this one's the same, to where the background character does it while the main character is in a pose. Which they do that. Another second form Cell. Just shoots a beam that's bright. Whis. Whis is a new character from Dragon Ball Super. He is the angel to God Destruction, Beerus. And really is stronger than Beerus, but they don't really focus on that. He has the ability to do a temporal do-over, which actually reverses time. So when Vegeta killed, Vegeta was about to kill Frieza, then Frieza blows up the planet. All the characters have to do a temporal do-over, and then Goku comes out of nowhere before Frieza is about to blow up the planet. Kamehameha Frieza. It's time travel. It's weird. It's very weird. Here's another Saiyan from the 6th universe. Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla. She's basically just wants to learn Super Saiyan 3 and Blue and God and all that. Next up, Android 15. He's the guy who we saw in the Vegeta picture. Basically, he was in a movie. So, also movies don't matter in the story of Dragon Ball, unless it's Dragon Ball Super Broly. This one's very weird. I watched this episode. I'm still weirded out by this. Pan literally tricks everybody into being a honeybee, even though she looks nothing like it, and is flying with butterflies. Here's another character, Super Saiyan Vegeta. When he's facing Android 19, he just shoots a Big Bang attack. It's cool. Cool. Here's another one, Master Roshi firing a Kamehameha. Dust rushes and boom, Kamehameha. It looks awesome. This is Goten. He is the son of Goku. He's the second son, who is the youngest Super Saiyan, who is friends with Trunks, Vegeta's son, and they later on fuse into Gotenks. It's weird. But as you can see, that's the first time they meet because Goku was dead when Goten was born, so yeah, weird. Another Yamcha. And as you can see, he is literally struggling in the background to fight a Cyberman. And he's also trying to pull off a Wolf Fang 6, but that doesn't work. And he later gets blown up. Yeah, you heard me right. He gets blown up. Anyway, this is Pycon. He has nothing to do with the story of Dragon Ball, except that Goku fought in Otherworld tournaments with him, and that's it. He's just a dead guy. Here's Android 20 again. So here's the deal with Android 20. He originally a guy named Dr. Gero, who was this crazy scientist and turned people into robots, which is super weird because their number is their age besides Dr. Gero. So that means Android 18 was 18 when she got turned into an android and can never age. Kind of sad, but it's kind of weird. Also, this Android 18 beat Vegeta in Super Saiyan. Like, destroyed him. It was so weird. Anyway, here's a Vegeta when he arrived on Earth with Nappa. The Saiyan pods were flying. Yeah, that's it. Here's a Gohan after Piccolo sacrificed himself for Gohan. and go on him, and literally Piccolo dies, which Piccolo is related to Kami, who Kami is this being who made Earth's Dragon Balls, and he's related, so if Piccolo dies, Kami dies, which means the Dragon Balls aren't in use until now, to where Kami is gone, and there's a new ruler called Dende. Yeah. This Gohan's animation, he's firing a Masenko beam. Not really that cool. Here's Tien, when Chaozu blew himself up. Tien basically had only one arm and fired a Neo Tri-Beam with only one arm, and he died. There's a lot of death in Dragon Ball. This character is Goku Black. He comes from the future, in Trunks' future, and is basically this character named Zamasu, who took over Goku's body in that timeline, because future Trunks, you know what, I don't get, no, it was a different timeline. He took over Goku's body and destroyed worlds as Goku, and then comes up to Trunks' universe. They fight. Goku and Vegeta fuse into Vegito Blue. It's awesome. They destroy him. After another Zamasu comes back. It's weird. Next up, another Android 19, who, if you can't understand who's that person who is getting choked in the back room, that is Goku getting choked. And it's when the heart virus starts kicking, so you know it's bad. Next up, fused with Nail. Nail's just a Namekian, but it's Piccolo. And as you can see, he's fighting second form Frieza. Next up, Krillin. I got this Krillin earlier. He fires a Destructo Disc. It was when he tried to actually do something in the series, but didn't fail, but he failed. Videl, this is the daughter of Hercule, who basically won the World Martial Arts Tournament like a couple of years in a row. He's like a big deal, because he literally pretended to beat Cell in the Cell games, and everyone believes it. Even though there's no footage of the Cell games, so they just take his word for it. Anyway, later on, Dragon Ball Super, they become Gohan, who is also Great Saiyaman. It's weird. They get married and give birth to Japan. Next up, Majin Buu Pure Evil. This is an evil version of Majin Buu who turns good Buu into candy, eats him, and becomes Super Buu. Next up, Bardock, the father of Goku, who tried to take on Frieza, but that ended up failing, and he died along with all the other Saiyans, who got blown up by Frieza. And this is an iconic shot if you watch Dragon Ball. This is Goku when he's about to fight Vegeta for the first time ever. Back when Vegeta was a bad guy. And now they fuse, like Vegito. A fusion. And this character got very easily, but he is still very cool. Of a character. Next up, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. who fought off Majin Buu. Well, Kid Buu at this point in time. And they just went at it. It was awesome. It was epic. Next up, Android 16, who as you can see is with Android 16 and 18. Really is cool, but he doesn't get cooler until Dragon Ball Super. Android 16. Okay, that's really cool, because he just breaks your screen. But, of course, he doesn't, but it's really cool.